The 1970s. Robert Redford, Butch Cassidy, The Sting. Golden hair, blue eyes, sun-kissed American cool defined an entire decade. Al Pacino, The Godfather. Eyes that could speak without a single line of dialogue, still magnetic at 85. Richard Roundtree, Shaft, 1971. Revolutionized what a leading man could look like on screen. John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever, the white suit, the dance floor, pure athletic charisma. Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry, blue eyes, lean build, understated intensity, substance over style, always. Clint Eastwood retired from filmmaking in 2026 at age 95. He directed his last film at 94. Hollywood's longest-running leading man finally rested. Warren Beatty, Shampoo, Heaven Can Wait, effortless charm and a leading man's swagger nobody could quite copy. Jack Nicholson, Chinatown, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, that devil's grin and those eyebrows, pure magnetic danger. Robert De Niro, Taxi Driver, The Godfather Part 2, brooding intensity that rewrote what a leading man could be. Paul Newman, The Sting, The Towering Inferno, those ice blue eyes and a quiet, effortless cool. Steve McQueen, The Getaway, Papillon, the original king of cool, lean, laconic, impossibly magnetic. Steve McQueen was a real racing driver, not just a movie one. In 1970, he finished second at the 12 Hours of Sebring, with his left foot in a cast from a motorcycle crash weeks earlier. Burt Reynolds, Smokey and the Bandit, posed nearly naked for Cosmopolitan, defined 70s confidence. Redford or Pacino, who had the better 70s? One name, drop it below. The 1980s. Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I., the mustache, possibly the single most photographed facial hair in TV history. Patrick Swayze, Dirty Dancing, Point Break, the body, the dancing, the eyes, the complete 80s package. Patrick Swayze fought pancreatic cancer privately for over a year before announcing it. He kept filming The Beast right up until his final months. Richard Gere, American Gigolo, an officer and a gentleman, effortless elegance and a stare that did half the acting. Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, Rambo, chiseled from working-class granite and pure, sweat-earned grit. Kurt Russell, Escape from New York, Big Trouble in Little China, rugged charm with a permanent mischievous grin. Bruce Willis, Moonlighting, Die Hard, the smirk that turned the ordinary everyman into a leading man. Pierce Brosnan, Remington Steele, old-world matinee idol looks dropped into a made-for-TV decade. Pierce Brosnan was cast as James Bond in 1986. Then NBC revived Remington Steele at the last minute and forced him to walk away. He finally got the tuxedo 9 years later. Mel Gibson, Mad Max, Lethal Weapon, the face that launched 1,000 action franchises. Don Johnson, Miami Vice, pastel suits, stubble, no socks, an entire aesthetic built around one man. Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, The Empire Strikes Back, still the most bankable leading man alive. Rob Lowe, The Brat Pack, St. Elmo's Fire, the face every teen magazine wanted on its cover. Christopher Reeve, Superman, the literal definition of an American hero on and off screen. Christopher Reeve was a skinny unknown when he won the role. He trained under David Prowse, the man inside the Darth Vader suit, and packed on over 30 pounds of muscle. Years after the accident that paralyzed him, he went back to work anyway, acting, directing, and raising millions for spinal cord research. Michael Douglas, Wall Street, Fatal Attraction, the sharp suits, the silver hair before it was fashionable to have it. Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams, The Bodyguard, the all-American leading man at his absolute peak. Mel Gibson or Don Johnson, who defined 80s cool more? Tell us. The 1990s. Brad Pitt, Thelma and Louise, Legends of the Fall. The hair, the jaw, the smile that broke the decade. Johnny Depp, Edward Scissorhands, 21 Jump Street, transformed quirk into its own kind of sex appeal. Keanu Reeves, Point Break, Speed, the most universally beloved man in Hollywood, then and now. Keanu Reeves still rides the subway in New York. No bodyguards, no entourage, just a man and his book, like everyone else on the platform. Ralph Fiennes, Schindler's List, The English Patient, aristocratic bone structure and a smolder that needed no words. Wesley Snipes, New Jack City, Blade, sharp, magnetic, and impossibly cool under pressure. Val Kilmer, Top Gun, Tombstone, Batman Forever, golden-haired swagger that owned every frame he stepped into. Ben Affleck, Chasing Amy, Good Will Hunting, the all-American jaw that anchored a whole new generation. Matt Damon, Good Will Hunting, the talented Mr. Ripley, boy next door looks wired to a quiet, watchful intensity. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck wrote Good Will Hunting themselves, two young unknowns who walked off with the Best Original Screenplay Oscar in 1998, before Hollywood even knew their names. George Clooney, ER, the breakout role that turned him into the ultimate silver fox a decade later. Tom Cruise, Top Gun, Jerry Maguire, megawatt charisma that somehow only intensified with age. Will Smith, Fresh Prince, Independence Day, effortless cool that turned a sitcom rapper into a movie star. Christian Slater, Heathers, the Hollywood bad boy template for an entire generation of brooding leading men. Antonio Banderas, Desperado, The Mask of Zorro, brought a different kind of intensity Hollywood hadn't quite seen yet. Denzel Washington, Malcolm X, Crimson Tide, commanding presence with movie star looks to match. Leonardo DiCaprio, Titanic, the face on every bedroom wall in 1997, still one of the most respected actors alive.